Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. How's it going? How's it going? The stream was still muted from Mr. of Akkad being on, so I do apologize for that. That is still muted from that. And if you did not catch that show, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good show. Sargon and I had a nice long chat. Went longer than I thought it would. Always a good sign. Oh, excuse me. Always a good sign when you have a chat go longer than you expect. So yeah, give it a shot. It should already be up on the alternative channel. No, it's not. Oh, damn it. Let me, oh, how am I even still doing this damn gig? Like, how am I even on the YouTube? I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this. Let's see. While the upload's complete, the processing will begin shortly, it says. So as for last night's live stream, it did take a while to get up to the alternate channel because YouTube actually uploaded it just fine. What they didn't do was process it. It just sat there. It said it was 100% complete on processing, and it just never actually loaded up. So, I do apologize for that, but it is up now, and I'm putting the Sargon one up as we speak. The processing on that one will still have to take place, but the Sargon one is still up on the main channel. Again, I will always leave the main channel one up. I will leave it up until the other one is live. Like I said, this is not meant in any way to be an inconvenience to people finding the stream. You can always go to the link that's posted on Twitter or Minds or the Fediverse or wherever you got the link, and that link will work until the new upload is complete and processed and live. So, just so you know. But if you have not yet, make sure you subscribe to the replay channel, Rekieta Law Live. Make sure you subscribe to it so that you never miss a replay. Now, you're here for the live show. Like, you're here now, so you're probably not going to miss a replay. Or you probably don't even need replays because you guys are like the live show chads or whatever. You're like, replays? Who misses a show? What kind of pleb tier bullshit is that? I don't miss shows. I make shows. I'm at shows. I'm part of the show. I get that. But just in case, if you have like, you know, a mild case of dying or something like that and you can't make the live show, it will be there. So in the event of something stupid like today where YouTube just messes up the processing, and it got stuck. I ended up having to delete the upload, actually. Once the second upload completed, I deleted the first one because it was still processing even after the second one uploaded and processed. Very stupid. And I haven't had that issue with YouTube for a couple years now, but I stopped actually uploading long content. So I guess I just haven't seen it. The short stuff usually processes pretty quickly. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully that won't be a recurring theme. I wasn't going to do this show tonight. I wasn't going to do any show tonight, actually. I was like, you know what? I had the internet's dad on. I had Sargon of the Akkad. Although I think he's not Sargon so much anymore. I think he's Carl now. But I don't know. So I had Carl on, and we had a great chat. Went over 4 hours, and that was wonderful. And so I wasn't going to do a show because it's like, oh man, I already did quite a bit of a show. And then I looked at my phone. and I could not do a show. All right. I hope you understand what happened. I looked at my phone and I realized that I had a duty to do this. Here we go. So that's the amount of messages I have received in the past couple minutes is embarrassing. I'm laying with Lady Raggeds. This is the hardest part of actually getting up to come down and do the show. Is that I was really tired. I was laying down. Lady Rackets is watching some Star Trek, and so I was just laying by her, hanging out. And then I realized that I was asleep. But I woke up, before the show to this. Zzz, 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 zzz. And if that's getting annoying to you, imagine hearing that 70 times in 10 minutes. Oh, God. All from the one guy. Zzz, 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 zzz. And I'm realizing right now that I don't actually know where we left off. Like what message. So I'm going to find that real quick. No. God damn it. I've got to find what message we left on. Here we go. I'm scanning right now. I found the end of it. Whew. I was pretty, oh God, that's a pause screen. I'll show you guys. Oh man. I'm looking haggard and tired here. Oh, look at that one. I was a little bit drunk and really fatigued at the end. Okay, so I left off at did you email me? Did you email me? Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. Did you email me? Now, I'm going to tell you guys that my interaction with him dropped off dramatically after this part. Because I asked if he emailed me, and then I think I only sent one response after that. I want you to understand when I say that I have not really fed the beast. Okay? The beast was being starved. Now, the scroll bar, yeah, no, it's all the way back up. I am not actually engaged in conversation with this weirdo. He's also really mad about yesterday's show. Oh boy. He is not happy about it. I am going to prison. So I hope again this is meant to be enjoyable. That's all. That's the goal in life. Is for this to be enjoyable for you guys. Because that's really at the end of the day. Isn't that what matters? Enjoying ourselves a little bit. And if it's at my expense or the expense of my poor Surface Duo's battery life, because you know that like buzzing, that is one of the biggest draining battery features your phone has, is that vibrate. And if you think about it, it makes sense, right? There's some little motor that has to turn and whir for your phone to actually, for the entire thing to vibrate. Oh my God. Clay, how many unreplied concurrent texts does it take to qualify as emotional distress? Only 2. Only 2. That was from earlier. I never finished my drink with Sargon on. All right. So, we left off here. We're going to go through. I don't know. I legitimately don't know how many messages he sent me. At one point it said 63 unread messages, but that might have been just since I swiped away the notification. There could be plenty more. And this stopped yesterday at 5:40, right? So this is still, this did you email me question was still 5 hours before the stream. So anyway, we'll see how we do tonight. This is kind of a laid back show. Like I said, this is a bonus. This wasn't even going to happen until I thought, man, if I don't do this, if I don't cover this guy, then I'm going to have twice as many tomorrow. I think this is what he wants. I think he wants me to do this show. Like, I think that's it. Is that he needs me to do a show for him. Oh, there's one more thing. He did actually leave a comment, at least one comment on the video yesterday. So we may take a peek at those comments as well. I will note that I did not get an email yet. I will also note, because this is very important, I still don't know who my client is. In all of this time, you will note, of course, that he has never once asked if I represent X person. John Moriarty, the video isn't deleted, it's privated. If I unprivate it, the comment will come back. I think. But I still don't know who I'm supposed to be representing. He's never once asked. Never has he said, do you represent this person? So this weirdo is going to accuse me of lying, of misrepresenting, of all sorts of things, without ever asking the question to give me the opportunity to answer. Like, I can't guess. I mean, for my own benefit, I can guess, but I can't send him a thing. Do you mean this person? Because, you know, I don't have authorization from my clients to talk to this weirdo about anything. So it's not like I can say to him, do you mean so-and-so? Or how about this person? I can't just drop names. Like, that would be unethical. Ugh. Is Hannah your girl on the side? No. No. I can think of nothing more exhausting than having a second chick. Oh my God. I can't. I can't. I don't know. Like, guys who do it, I don't know why. I don't know how. I couldn't afford a second female in my life. Good Lord. A brief recap. Zenova, I will. I did want to say something. So, I mentioned Lady Rackets was watching Star Trek. She's been watching Star Trek through in chronological, canonical order. Okay? So she started with the Discovery or Enterprise or whatever, eventually got to the original series, then went through Next Generation, and is now between Deep Space Nine and Voyager, because those are happening in concurrent timelines. So we've been watching all of them. Clay, yes, what a freaking dork is correct. Absolute dork. She's on like season 4 of Deep Space Nine. And if you guys are not familiar, there is a Klingon named Drex in Deep Space Nine. I'm sitting up there, laying in bed, and she's watching this show, and then it goes, the Klingon Drex. I'm like, what? And then Worf goes over and talks to him. And he says, did you do such and such? He goes, that's right. And I died. They have a Klingon named Drex, and his line was literally, that's right. I immediately texted Drexel. Let him know. Adeptus is starting. She's already watched Discovery, because that happens before most of Next Generation or whatever. Oh, God. I expected the next thing out of his mouth to be shit. Oh, God, it was good. Good times. All right. Random Blaze. Let's do these super chats and then we'll go on to the show. Random Blaze says, you must do a watch party tonight. One of the best sci-fi thrillers of the 80s is now on Prime. Life Force. 2 words. Space vampires. The main female spends 80% of the movie naked, though it may be enjoyed more with Drex. Wait, Life Force is on Prime now? I've been waiting for Life Force to be on Prime. I don't believe you. Holy shit, it is. Life Force is on Prime. All right. The other thing that has hit Prime is Coming to America. Life Force and Coming to America are both on Prime. So, we should be doing a watch party tonight. Barry Linden says, I'm enjoying this. Please, this stop. This is the new conversation. Also, if you're bothered, this poor guy is a paranoid schizophrenic and needs medical attention. That's why he doesn't know what he's accusing you of. That may be. One of the messages is I'm getting help. So hopefully he will get the help that is needed. But considering I didn't do anything to prompt any of this, I'm not worried about it stopping at the moment. Meow Day, no, Monday and Wednesday are movie nights. Tuesday, Thursday are game nights. Kyle Cowden says, trying to decide how invested I want to be here. Is this going to be Ron Toye level weird? If not, I'll keep reading while watching. Love the Sargon stream, by the way. Oh, thanks, buddy. You must not have seen yesterday's conversation. It gets pretty wild. But most of these messages I have not seen. I had seen every message up until the stream yesterday. I had seen all of them. But now we're in uncharted territories. Mr. Snuggles, did we watch Clue already? We did. We did watch Clue, and God bless Yvette. All right. Djibouti Sweet says, search for Ray Gordon Mystery on Amazon, and you'll find a trilogy of novels featuring a former police officer turned mystery-solving chess teacher named Ray Gordon, The first novel is titled Even Dead Men Play Chess. You done goof, Nikki. Look, I fully support anyone who would like to support Ray Gordon's fiction writing career and to purchase his books on Amazon. I think that would be great. If you want some reading material, he is a published author of 3 books. So, Siren Jag as Fozzie Bear. Oh God, I don't know how to do Fozzie's voice. Why did the chicken cross the internet to get to the other site? Waka waka waka. Ray Gordon teaches chess 2021. Stop it. I can't do Fozzie off the top of my head, man. I'd have to actually watch it and work on it. Okay. We need to watch Trading Places to get into the spirit of the Wall Street. Yeah, it's not on Prime, or it wasn't. Maybe it should be. Amazon should do it. Do it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this is my last message to him before the stream, I believe. So 5:40 p.m. yesterday. Come to think of it, I may have. I honestly don't believe he's ever emailed me. Because usually those types of emails I respond to. But he also said he called me, and I don't recall getting a voicemail from him. Oh, God. Ray's in the chat. This is being reported to the police, he says. I'm calling the police. I'm calling them. Try Bain says, have you heard about Steven Crowder suing Facebook, and what are your thoughts? I've heard about it, but I haven't read the lawsuit yet, so I don't have any thoughts on it. All right. So, now, hopefully we will have a police officer or 2 watching as well tonight. We'll see how that goes. The internet's police are here. Ray, do you want to just come on the show? Like, would that help? Is that what you need to do? Do you want to come on and talk to me? Because, I mean, if that's what has to happen, we could do that. But I don't know that that'd be very fun. That's a whole lot of spam. But, yeah, I don't know. You'd have to let me know if you want to do that. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and read your messages for the first time. Tonight, I'm preparing EEOC complaints against 3 different lawyers. Okay. Then, of course, there's IIED. How can IIED not be targeted at the forum state? The harm is intended to land wherever the plaintiff is. Yeah, that would be kind of correct. The problem is you have to prove the intentional infliction of emotional distress, which means you would have to prove that someone was targeting you for that emotional distress, which if you could do that, then that would be an element of jurisdiction as well. You like inflicting emotional distress. Well, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's a real thing, but so brave when it's 1,000 against 1. Ray, nothing would change if this was 1-on-1. Nothing would change if this was 1-on-1. If we were in a bar and you said any of this to me, I would give you the same answers. You're a super weirdo. So, all right. You like inflicting emotional distress. Oh, check ripoff report. You know, I did, and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything on ripoff report. Then check pissed consumer. Oh, God. Pissed consumer. Let's see. Pissed consumer. How do you know about all these sites? Steak and Shake Maikata being violence towards employees. Rite Aid. Revita Slim. Goya Foods. Febreze. Nope, I'm not seeing me in there, so I guess that didn't happen. Which is great. Hey, welcome, RGE guys. Welcome to this. Hannah Connor. Hannah Connor. Come with me if you want to live. I literally don't know who Hannah Connor is. This is the greatest. Oh my god. Will you re-upload the last Drex chill stream? It's on the alternate channel, Sarn Geber. They're all on the alternate channel, Ricada Law Live. It's there. It's up. It's active. People have been watching it. Everyone's been watching it. It's a terrific channel. Lots of people are there. They're enjoying themselves. Way better than anything the mainstream media's ever done. They can't do anything. They're awful. Absolutely worthless. But Ricada Law Live, pristine commentary, excellent content, tons of hours to watch already. And it's just getting started. Okay. You sat with a man who gets off on trying to destroy people he sees are vulnerable. I don't know what man I sat with. This is likely possible because, you know, I have sat next to several people in my life. So this is a possibility. Also been calling news stations in your area the cyberbullying lawyer. Okay. All right. I guess. That'll be a great story. I can't wait for them to call me for comment. Oh, you're a drunk. Oh, guys, here we go. Here we go. He's going to start quoting. Now, this is pristine Karen material. All right. This is where Ray really shines. Ray's about to start quoting the Kiwi Farms. And the reason I call this Karen material is because Ray has a thread on the Kiwi Farms, which would be absolutely contrary to everything Ray believes in. However, since the Kiwi Farms has comments about me, Ray has shucked away his moral opposition to sites like Kiwi Farms, which is just like other sites that Ray has complained about in some ways. He no longer has a moral opposition to Kiwi Farms when it concerns someone else. Just him, though. Just him. This is because Ray is devoid of an actual moral compass or actual consistent ethics. Now me, I'm just fine with Kiwi Farms. And I fully support people criticizing me on Kiwi Farms or praising me or whatever they feel like doing. I've never said otherwise to my knowledge about the Kiwi Farms, Encyclopedia Dramatica, or whatever. I may disagree, but I don't think that I have any right to stop them from saying it. But here he is. Here is Ray, fully engaged in the Kiwi Farms, lapping up those drama juices. He says, quoting, "It's already begun. He went from being outraged that someone cursed on his stream a few months ago. I wasn't outraged that someone cursed on my stream a few months ago. That's silly. To getting his phone calls recorded by Tommy Tudor." Well, yeah. Tommy called me and recorded the call. What do you want me to do? And saying that Sarah Nyberg should be smashed with a sledgehammer. Did I say that? That's pretty funny. Who's Sarah Nyberg? Was that a voice actress? His career and family are just additional vectors for him to get dragged into the swamp. He makes good content, but needs to tread very carefully. So you think women should be smashed with a sledgehammer? No, I think that statement was very specific. It's Sarah Nyberg that needs to be smashed with a sledgehammer. I don't know why this is hard for you, Ray. Archiving a nice 55-page thread about you. I was going to say, this isn't right. Sorry, 224 pages. Those two things aren't close. Quote, don't care about how much hate this gets, but Rekieta acted like an absolute scumbag during the Donga stream. Now, this is where I'll come into disagreement with the Kiwi Farms, right? Because what this person says next isn't correct. But that's okay. He was clearly intending to entrap him. Nope, I never was. Which is in clear violation of basic ethical principles. It's actually not, but I still wasn't intending to entrap him. And was entirely unrepentant for his actions. No, I don't apologize when someone comes on my show and lies to my face for several hours and then those lies unfold and blow up on them. It's happened several times. It's not my fault that people do it. That's on them. So, this is especially shitty considering that Rekieta prides himself on being a devout Christian. Well, I mean, I don't know about a devout Christian. I have my version of Christianity that I certainly go with. But I don't know what that has to do with me talking to people and having them lie to me. So, that's fine. But again, that's one of those things. And this is all based on this incorrect premise right here. I wasn't ever intending to entrap Donga. All right. And so then he says, you mean like when you tried to entrap me to reveal the contents of a confidential settlement? I didn't know your settlement was confidential. But I still don't think you got anything out of that settlement. And I think you're absolutely using the confidentiality, if it even is confidential, to shield the fact that you lost that lawsuit embarrassingly. Just like, all the other lawsuits you file. Just as I figured, you bash pro se litigants and gas up people to defame others like me by telling them to have nothing to fear legally. Are you reading Melinda's? Oh, he must have found the Melinda Scott complaint. That's what must have happened here. This must have been because that was Melinda's complaint. So he's even borrowing arguments from a different crazy person. Yeah, okay, you're right, though. I do bash pro se litigants. I'll bash them. Don't be a pro se litigant. A pro se litigant has a fool for a client. Pro se litigants are 99% of the time a terrible, terrible idea. And Ray, you are not the 1%. Nor is Melinda. As she's learning right now, she's not the 1% either. You're as a rule in life, you're never the 1%. You're just not. My sociology professor in college said, occasionally he would have a student who was a water walker who didn't have to do really much work and they aced all the exams. He said, that's not you. My contract law professor said, occasionally they would have someone get an A in the class. And he said, that's not you. And he meant it, by the way. There were only 2 A's in contract law because that's all he gave out every semester. 2 A's. 2 people got A's, everybody else didn't. Grading on a curve is stupid. But that's what he did. Okay. First of all, I rarely tell people they have nothing to fear legally. That's almost never true. But that's okay. Drinking is grounds for a visit from Child Protective Services. It literally isn't. And if Child Protective Services showed up at my house and said, rumor has it you drink, they would be thrown off the property forcefully. And rightfully so. Viden the Cold One says, this is to validate that you make money off of the misery of others. Oh, no. Oh, God. As is attracting too much outside attention from criminals. Also not true. Neither of these are grounds for a visit from Child Protective Services. And I can give you a guess as to how often Child Protective Services will be visiting my house. It's not often. They can remove children from a home very fast. That's true. They won't in my case. Drinking, verbal aggression are both child abuse red flags. You're making things up again, Ray. This isn't actually a real thing, Ray. But you can say stuff. This is the internet. You're allowed to say stuff, even if it is woefully incorrect. But again, if someone came to my house, if like Child Protective Services showed up and said, we heard that you consume alcohol and you are verbally aggressive towards spurgs on the internet, that we need to talk about your kids, I would become verbally aggressive with them and they would be removed from my property very quickly. Because that would be ridiculous. And if they didn't remove themselves, they would be getting an actual 1983 claim. Unlike your pretend one. Not threatening him at all. Listen to Ray and his not threatening people. Ray, by your standards, you've already murdered me. I hope you understand that. Okay, here we go. That's not a threat. I will see if there is evidence, but from what I'm reading, there is. Doesn't take much at all either. Spank them once. Of course, those who attack me are often child abusers. You can see what Ray does here, right? You can see how he builds this up in his mind. He creates a villain for him to conquer. This is the sign of a crazy man. Ray's crazy. And so what he has to do is he has to create a monster. He has to build a dragon for him to slay. Because that's how you justify your actions, is by building dragons and slaying them. Dragons that don't exist. All right. I do not like wasting my time building a genuine dossier on you. Well, you could just not. Like, that would be great. Again, I never reached out to you. I never asked for you to talk to me in any way. Ever. Never have I asked for you to talk. This is literally your choice. And it's a choice that I don't think is wise or smart or profitable. But for you anyway, it's probably profitable for me. Speaking of that, and speaking of drinking, I'm going to have a sip of this Whistle Pig. 18 year. Still, wait, what does this say? Still, Noided says Ray has a 1000 ELO on Lichess. What's a 1000 ELO mean? Because he was telling me as a 22, 23 or something. What's a 1000? Wait, so he was saying 22, 23, but it's actually 1000? What do you start out at? Like, could I get 1000 ELO? I'm bad at chess. Damn. That does not sound good. That sounds really bad. I wonder why he was saying he has a 22, 23 if he's got 1000. How do I look at 1000? Or how do I look at his thing on Lichess? Like, how do I... You start at 1000? Oh, God. Whew. Jason McConnell says, smells like teen spirit means whiskey to Nick. For Ray, it's about Instagram golf. Yeah, Critical, the Whistle Pig 10 year is very good. Future Twitch streams getting a chess ranking. Okay, anyway, back to this. So building a dossier on me is a lot of work. He did, in fairness, have to go to the Kiwi farms. That could be a lot of work. You type in Google, and then you just follow a couple links, and eventually you'll find me. So I'm really, you know, I do sympathize with the amount of work he had to do on this. That's assuming you even have kids. Oh, we can see very quickly that he hasn't done that much work, though. This is a lot of work building a dossier on you, if you even have kids. I mean, come on. Which you might not, but there was a reference to that. Who do you think caused CPS to visit Tiger Woods? Is this a thing? Is this a thing? I think it'd be, you know. "2009, Tiger Woods and family terrorized by CPS." Is a video. So wait a minute. Man, I wonder if Tiger Woods would like to know who caused him a bunch of shit. But of course, no one believes that Ray is the cause of that. Everyone's gawking at the news. I knew there had to be an actual report and no one had made one. Kind of tough to argue you didn't influence people when 5,000 plus posts about you and your legal opinions are made on a site that defames many, including me. Why are you there then, Ray? Why are you supporting that evil, evil website? Why would you do it? The defamation is a breach of contract with the backbone. Okay, Ray, just sue the Kiwi farms and I'm sure they'll sue me next. There you go. Just go ahead and sue the Kiwi farms. I'm sure they'll sue me next for indemnification or whatever. The breach harmed me. It didn't. It literally didn't. You're basically unharmable. If I win that case, there will be no more internet libel. He'll stop it. Guys, Ray's gonna save the world. He will completely obliterate internet libel. It won't happen ever again. Oh my God. And even if I lose, the newspapers might sway Congress. New York Times just came out against Section 230. Oh yeah. Yeah, 230 is gonna go. No, Ray, buddy, they're not going to get rid of 230. They're going to change 230. And they're absolutely going to keep the libel protection in. That's not changing. Pretty clear picture emerging here. You're an attention whore drunk, being enabled by internet criminals. That's you guys. That's you. Right down here. Look at all those criminals. Who get you noticed in exchange for you giving them legal guidance via your broadcast. This sounds like Ron. Salami slicing. I don't know what that is. Cut the crime into parts so no one part appears illegal. Okay. Plot of Superman 3, I think. Oh, yes. What we've done is we've used the plot of Superman 3 to develop a plan on how to make interwebs videos. If only there was a Man of Steel who could save you. It seems I have enough for a private criminal complaint against me. Okay. All right, pal. I'll look for it. I'm going to file a police report over this. You can't be reasoned with. You haven't even tried. You haven't even approached reason. Absolutely unreasonable. stream of nonsense that you have sent me. But okay. So force of law is my only legal option, and I'm not a criminal like you. You know, what's funny, Ray, is it's very possible that what you're doing to me is actual harassment. The problem that you have is, as of right now, or the problem that I would have with that is, as of right now, I'm not actually in fear or threatened or annoyed otherwise. I mean, I was mildly annoyed with all the buzzing, but I also haven't asked you to stop. So, but if I had asked you to stop, there could be an element of harassment there. I don't know why I would bother asking you to stop. That's really up to you. It'd be much easier if I were, trust me. See, this stuff starts to sound like a threat, Ray. If I were a criminal, it'd be much easier to deal with you. That's getting iffy, buddy. You should really moderate that down. You should really tone down that type of rhetoric, because that kind of starts to look like a threat. Stacy Dealman says we should introduce Ray to Ron and they can get married. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, boy. Abusing vulnerable individuals is now a report category. Ray, stop telling jokes. You're not allowed to tell jokes. Only my chat is supposed to be funny. You stop it. You're on thin ice, buddy. Lawyers pay people to defame their adversaries. What world do you live in? You're a dumb drunk on a power trip. 5,000 posts. Wow. Every night with these people on Discord and other chats. Yeah, all of them. All of them, Ray. And you can get in my Discord too for the low price of $20. If the courts don't give me the win, the media will. Oh, yeah. The New York Times article is the beginning of the end for all of them. A New York Times writer did the same thing to me. That was in the article too. Linked it. Women get hired even when they have internet postings that would cost men jobs. Ray, this is starting to sound misogynistic. I thought you were a pickup artist who loved women, Ray. Why do you sound like you hate women? What's happening here? That's the Title VII gender bias angle. Also, women can use multiple last names to avoid this. Men cannot. No, I mean, you're not serious. Ray, when a woman changes her last name, it's a legal name change. And the cause for that legal name change is marriage. You could get married to a woman and change your last name to hers too. That would be okay. Or a man. I don't judge. Ray, if you want to go get married to a man, you can take his last name. You can just do that. And you also don't have to do that. You could just change your name. Like, you just go to the court and change your name. Anybody can. Anybody can do that. Let's see. A 2.6 million default will go a long way, that's for sure. Ray, come on. You don't think you're going to get $2.6 million from this guy. Right? Like, you don't think that is a thing. It's going to happen. Heck, you could have won it. I fired that lawyer. Wait, why would you fire the lawyer if you won the case? All right. That was so rich, all that harassment made me hire a lawyer for the anger case so I wouldn't get the bullshit. I wound up firing her. These are some serious sickos. What is it? What? I don't care. Say, if Minnesota bar complaints are public record, I've already filed too. Oh no. No. Please don't send me fan mail. Or are you Wisconsin? Wait, if you've already filed them, why are you then asking me if I'm in a different state? Unauthorized practice of law from them seems strong. Well, no, it doesn't. And if you truly filed them, We'll find out. They sure give a lot of legal advice. Who's they? Any lawyer can file an unauthorized practice of lawsuit. Okay. I mean, I guess. But I am authorized to practice law. Like, that's a real thing. So I'm not quite sure what your angle is here. I am legitimately, legally licensed to give legal advice to clients. Jason McConnell says, I've been kicked out of way more than 2 Minnesota bars. Oh, here we go. By the way, it's not flexing when one is put on the defensive and did not initiate this. See? Ray agrees. It's not flexing. I'm not flexing here because I was put on the defensive and I did not initiate this. So that's a very good and astute observation, Ray. Thank you for making it. It's correcting lies. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying here. Mean things. No. Oh, was this during the live stream maybe? Mean things. No, it's defamatory things because mean things are not actionable. Yeah, but people often mix up these two. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. My client owes me favors. Or my clients owe me favors. It's amazing how well one can fight legally when one does not fear death. But who said this? Like, what's this from? Excalibur, I have an active case right now. It's amazing how well one can fight legally when one does not fear death. Aspies love to blab. Aspies, oh my goodness. Listen to this. Listen to the slurs coming off this person. And how does that make me different than an academic? Well, I'm not in academia. By the way, that's the big difference. Is I'm not an academic attorney. I'm a practicing attorney. But even if I were a non-practicing attorney, I wouldn't become an academic attorney. And the academic attorneys who never practiced have this interesting sort of academic bent to their analysis. And for evidence of this, just look to Mike Dunford. When Mike Dunford talks about law, he doesn't do it in a practical way. They ignore practical realities all the time. Like, oh, well, you just get the affidavits from people. Well, it's not that simple. You know, to get an affidavit from someone, you actually have to go get an affidavit from someone. You have to convince them to make a statement publicly that could be against their interests. People aren't always willing to do that. But in an academic case, you just get the affidavit. In an academic case, your client shows up for your hearing. In an academic case, you never have to worry about, you know, your star witness getting indicted for pedophilia, like the day before they're supposed to take the stand. Or you don't have to worry about, you know, your expert lying about his degree. None of those things come up in academic law questions. Everything's quote unquote academic. So that's the difference. And again, that's the annoying thing about academic attorneys. It doesn't make their analysis wrong. It makes it impractical. Okay, anyway, Aspies love to blab. So there's a slur. Very hateful. I know the Aspie brain inside out. Ray, of this I have no doubt. Of this I have no doubt. I believe nothing you've said more than I believe this line in this entire conversation. That's why I'm stuck here flooding my cache with 224 pages of their verbal spew. Boy, did you throw in with the wrong people. That's probably true. You're being used by people who will eventually destroy you far worse than I ever could or would. Well, Ray, who's using me, Ray? Warn me. You have a duty to warn. Ray, if you don't warn me who's using me and I get distressed from it, that's negligent infliction of emotional distress. I'm pretty sure. I've researched it a lot. So if you fail in your duty to warn, you got to tell me exactly who's using me. Can't believe you would let this stand. Look at this guy. He's out here. He's like sicko Aspies. Ray is taking the Aspie pill. Ray is Aspie pilled out of his mind. If my estimate of how much you know about them is true, still don't know who them is. I still don't know. Insults aside, this is just a rude cease and desist warning. Hey, Ray. I know you're not a lawyer, but none of this was a cease and desist warning. Not a single shred of it. This was you vomiting on your phone or your keyboard or whatever it is. Hopefully it will be heated. It won't. I'm going to talk about this as much as you talk to me about it. Until I get bored. Then I'll stop. But there's no way I will cease nor desist in my endeavors of free speech. Not a chance. Socialism is for figs, says Nick. If I was a millionaire, I would pay for you to go back to law school and live stream your classes while you give practical feedback to the teacher and tell him how wrong he is every time he says something stupid. Now, a lot of my professors were actually practicing attorneys. It depends where you go to school and what you do, but that would be very funny. I'll go back for an LLM someday for shits. Loric Project says, Nick, this retardation is physically cancerous. Sword and Scale, hey man, what's up? He says, love you, Nick. Mike, how you doing, buddy? We got to do another show. We did our pre-COVID show. We got to do a COVID and election roundup wrap-up, right? We got to talk, man. I'll message you. Love you back. Love you back. Guys, if you don't, check out the Sword and Scale podcast. You want to see real crazies? Like, you want to see what happens when the Ray Gordons of the world actually go off the deep end? You go check out Sword and Scale. And you get some good old true crime in your ear, between those ear balls. All right. I'm guessing not. Well, you guessed correct. I'm not going to heed your weird cease and desist. You do need to place a litigation hold on all records, and you'll soon be getting a certified mail soon. Ray, you're not getting access to my records, man. That's not a thing that you're going to do. The best part is everything you'd be asking for would be privileged anyway. So you wouldn't get it. You don't get to just go, this lawyer's talking to this person and I don't like it. I need all of their communications. Doesn't work that way. From me or one of my lawyers. You have so many, I'm sure. The single publication rule also has to go. Paul versus Davis establish a constitutional right to reputation if defamation causes a constitutional harm, which in the Google era, it always does. There will be... This is not what they're talking about. You gotta stop. That will be the case they cite when they knock 230 down for good. I was told 20 years ago that they were going to leave 230 intact until the internet was mature, then pull the rug out from under big tech. Oh, Ray was in on the conspiracy against big tech. That's definitely where the internet, that's where society's going right now. Yeah. Ray, you're right. I too have noticed that the government is opposed to big tech, and they're definitely planning on turning their backs on big tech. That is, you called it. I'm glad somebody else sees it. Oh, you do this for profit in the super chats. Your move, coward. I still haven't responded. This has all been him. Just a nonstop stream of consciousness. Aspie attack is what's going on. Ray the Aspie. Nerd W says he's using Aspies in a derogatory manner. He said yesterday that harassment based on disability is a hate crime. As an autist, I feel threatened and harassed by this man. I came here to enjoy a live stream and am subjected to this. You are. You are. And you can't leave, Nerd W. Ray said so. He's holding you against your will. That means it's false imprisonment too. Wasted over an hour documenting you. Why? I'm already well documented. You didn't even have to do anything. It's all there. My computer's cache doesn't like you. No, cache usually doesn't. So you give malicious legal advice to criminals in exchange for super chat money that is actually laundered legal fees. Well, to be fair to Ray, I do open every stream saying, if you super chat me, I will give you bona fide certified legal advice. That is actually, that's true. That's how I open every stream. I say, yes, send me your super chat so I can give you legal advice and money launder it. With Discord as the Rico Enterprise. My dad's best friend was Sidney Dickstein, by the way. Who's that? Who's Sidney Dickstein? If this is a porn star, Ray, I'm going to be really pissed off. Founding partner of Dickstein Shapiro, LLP. Oh, he was a lawyer. Okay. Who cares? What's another dead lawyer? DOG Beer says, Nick, listen and understand that Chessmaster is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel shame or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop ever until you are disbarred. Don't you dare quote Terminator at me, you son of a bitch. Not acceptable. Mike Walters says, Ricada Law, as someone who had been diagnosed at one point with Asperger's and now with autism, last I heard Asperger's is no longer a diagnosis, as those are now diagnosed with autism. I have no idea. I have no idea, Mike. Mike Walters. I'm not a therapist. Ken Jennings is. Maybe he could help out. If a machine, a Terminator, could learn the value of a law license, then maybe we can too. Wait, okay, so it wasn't Sidney Dickstein, it was Pierre Salinger. How did you get those mixed up? Those aren't close. That's not an autocorrect. What happened? I grew up with people like this in my living room, and if you think that's a blessing, you've never been famous. What? Why are you bragging about it? Then that's so weird. You are aiding and abetting cyber stalking. For that, I'm filing a police report. Okay. I'm sure they're going to knock on my door any second. The employers will get EEOC complaints. The rest get lawsuits. It's not my problem if anyone miscalculated and winds up unhappy with the result. I mean, you're not going to be happy with the result. If you learn your lessons, don't send me the tuition bill. Bye for now. That was an epic sign-off, Ray. That was great. You killed it. This was funny. But then you kept going. But that was hilarious. If you learn your lesson, don't send me the tuition bill. Bye. Click. Damn. That was a mic drop. That was a mic drop, and he had it. Bad Vibe says, Nick, stop taking my money. Stop reading my heckling chats, especially ones about your humongous schnoz. It's such a big target. Loric Project says, you may be red-pilled, but are you Ray Aspie-pilled? No. Sword and Scale with another one. Oh, my. Says, apparently giving you money pisses off the libs, so here's another Benji. Oh, man. Thank you, sir. It's much appreciated. It does piss people off from time to time, but never me. It always makes me very, very happy. So, man, I got to get on a plane and we got to meet up at Ninfa's. You know, I'm coming to town this year, Mike, unless COVID keeps me away, but the plan is I'm coming to town this year. So, I'm going to call you. Just so you know. We're going to do that. Whether you want to or not. Like, I'll kidnap you. This is a legal threat. This is a legal threat of a criminal action. You could take that to the bank. That everyday wife POS has a problem now. See, this is the weird thing. Ray decided to attack a random person who commented on my Instagram picture for no reason. For no reason at all. And then has been just screaming at her in private messages too. Which is absolutely embarrassing. But that's what Ray has been doing. Absolute nonsense. It's backdoor legal advice? No, Ray. Backdoor legal advice is what I give you when you can't pay the bill. Bend over. Michael Wheeler says, hey, Rackets, please give me all the spurgy law advice you can. Teach me the ways of being the Raytar. Susan, quit blocking my ability to type a message. Everyday wife, as do you, using Discord to take money from clients without a formal retainer. Nice idea. I can't take money on Discord. If I could monetize Discord, like through Discord or whatever, I guess I would because I monetize everything possible. But as far as I know, I can't actually take money on Discord. So. Nice idea. And very illegal. Just so you know, though, like, it wouldn't be illegal to take money in an alternative means to give legal advice. That would be perfectly legal. There would be nothing wrong with that. So long as you had all the formalities of a lawyer-client relationship set aside. Like, Discord has a private chat. You could, in theory, give legal advice over Discord for money. That's legal. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be working to see if I can have your license taken away. Media pressure tends to work best. Oh, I'm sure it does. You're enabling a cyber-stalking mafia by giving legal advice and pretending you're just commenting on other cases. Well, I mean, I'm literally commenting on other cases. Lawyers tend to talk about other cases and use them as analogies for any sorts of thing, or any number of things. Like it's kind of how the legal profession actually works. And you realize, like, every lawyer comments on other cases, all of them. They have to, as part of their job, comment on other cases. Continuing legal education that I'm legally required to take is lawyers commenting on cases that they didn't participate in. It's part of your bar requirements. Ray, I know that you're just like allegedly were some paralegal at some point in time, but this is just dumb, man. Like, they have entire CLE classes that are just summarizing the past year of Supreme Court decisions in a given field, like privacy or whatever, so that people can stay up to date. It's literally commentary on legal cases that they didn't participate in. And they're telling it to lawyers as, hey, you need to implement this into your practice. You need to understand these changes and how the law no longer applies in this way. It's literally legal advice. You cannot be defamed on your own channel. 1899 from 1991. You can be defamed on your own channel. You won't be able to defame me on my own channel. That's a different thing. But if I can't be defamed on my own channel, in theory, I could go onto your chess page and post a bunch of stuff on your YouTube channel, and you wouldn't be able to be defamed there. Ray, think about what you're saying here, buddy. Think about what you're saying. If you're saying I can't be defamed on my own channel, that means you can't be defamed on yours. That's a silly thing to say, because of course you can be defamed on your channel. Like if I went on your channel and said something absolutely awful and illegal about you, that would still be defamation. Stop. Versi says, this guy sounds like he should give YouTube tutorials on instant message rants. He spent how much time raging at you? No wonder his chess skills suck. He's busy just complaining. Lone Wolf Otaku says, had a terrible day at work, but this made up for it. Thanks, fellow Aspie, for the glorious stream. I can't stop laughing at this clown. Bad Vibe says, Ray, get help. Since Clinton was a lawyer, we will all be concerned because Epstein didn't kill himself. Damn. The odds of someone using a chess analogy are inversely proportional to their level of skill at chess. Okay. Oh, God. It doesn't even make sense. Here we go. Let's see. I bet private communications, which I'll be discovering, will be very eye-opening. You won't be discovering them. You don't understand how privilege works. Luckily, your wife isn't in it for the money, so she should be fine. So you should be fine. Oh, I'm glad to know my wife doesn't get any of my money. Oh, thank God. I'm suddenly rich. I went from poverty to wealth in one swoop. Just no money gets transferred to my wife ever again. Kick her ass out and tell her to get a job. Get out there and work for it. What are you doing? 42 USC 1983. Buy again for now. There's another goodbye. Oh, and stop your users from harassing me in your comments. If you don't deal with them, I will. Legally, of course. Hold on just a second here, guys. We have a job to do. Very important job. Let's see. So like I said, since I moved the YouTube stream to the other channel, the comments on this one were removed. However, I believe I can pull them back up with a little internet wizardry. I hope so. Let's see. All right, just a second. If I change this to this one. Here we go. Comments. Here we go. They're back. All right, just a second. Let me find them. We're going to find Ray's comments. We're not going to go through all the comments, just Ray's. I just want to make sure he's heard. I don't want it to look like I deleted his comments. Okay. Very important. Whoa. Look at that mess with my thing. So it says, my lawyer in the anger case is a former JAG who fights child sex abuse. False allegations of pedophilia, such as those I've endured, don't sit well with activists. And why do you use them? Against other people, weirdo. She is not involved in this case, but painting me as some off-the-rails pro se litigant. I mean, I don't know how to say this, Ray, other than I don't have to use a very big brush to paint you as an off-the-rails pro se litigant. Aside from being harassment, it's not harassment. It's simply inaccurate. It's not inaccurate. Right now, my $2.6 million lawsuit against Kenneth Anger takes priority. I'm handling the other cases myself for now, so my attorney can fight even worse injustices. A first-year lawyer could win this case. What is this case? Which one is that? All right, so there's Ray's comment. I think that's the only one that he made. Lots of people complaining about me because because of YouTube boomering the upload, which wasn't my fault, but I'll take the blame anyway. So there's that one. That's that. Okay. So if I don't deal with the harassing him in the comments, he will legally deal with them. Of course he would. Can you please find the filings in his case? I think it's a state law case. He has a whole bunch of them. Like, where is this one? Is this one? Yeah, here we go. Here is a case he definitely won. This is Gordon Roy Parker, a.k.a. Ray Gordon, against PayPal Inc. How do you guys think this one worked out? And if you need a hint, there's a hint on the document here. Hey, Ray, do you remember this one? Do you remember this lawsuit, Ray, where you had to withdraw your pleading before the court sanctioned the ever-loving shit out of you because your filings were so embarrassingly bad? You remember that one? Oh, not a good look, buddy. Not a good look. Like, we're gonna need this guy sanctioned. Let's take a brief peek at why. Let's see. They want to Rule 11 for an order granting them relief against plaintiff Gordon Roy Parker. That includes reimbursement of fees, costs, expenses, among other things, in defense of Parker's 4 complaints that were filed, voluntarily dismissed, filed again, and amended twice. Sued Movements and others for an alleged violation of his copyright of an electronic book that was included in an anthology and uploaded to a commercial cloud service. This is where Ray learned about the safe harbor provision in the Copyright Act. The motion to dismiss prompted Parker to voluntarily dismiss his action. Almost a year later, Parker's case returned to the Eastern District when he filed a new complaint against essentially the same defendants and alleged the same cause of action, but in the new complaint, he manufactured a completely false scenario that posited the totally implausible allegation that Movement Sofield used fake identities, that he was the person who pirated Parker's copyrighted electronic book, and that Movement Sofield owned or maintained a website that catered to those in the pickup artist community to which plaintiff contended he was a prominent member. Ray, this is embarrassing. So you completely lied to the court. Why? Parker committed violations of Rule 11 because he's... By the way, being a pickup artist is a little bit cringe, bro. Little bit cringe. Parker committed violations of Rule 11 because he signed and filed the 4 versions of the complaint knowing that his allegations against the movements were false and that Movement Sofield had not used false identities and had not had any involvement with the pickup artist or any website that catered to it. Again, cringe. Movements incorporate their motion to dismiss by reference, where the background of the case was discussed at length, along with the nature of the defense's movements have to the complaints. Parker's false allegations in plaintiff's papers were artifices designed deceitfully to create a fiction about Movement Sofield's role that would, at the pleading stage, make inappropriate the statutory defenses available to movements if Parker's allegations were not on their face recognized by the court as being implausible. Indeed, in response to Movement's motion to dismiss, Parker asserted that the court had to accept his allegations as true and could not dismiss his complaint. So he lied to the court, thinking that that would be a big brain win over his opponents. Ray, the problem with lying to the court is that there's an opponent, and they do get their say. Otherwise, everyone would win every lawsuit. If you could just lie and get away with it, you'd never need a lawyer. This is why you don't think you need a lawyer, because you just lie. But when the other side gets to speak, your lies unravel really quickly. All right. Let's see. Versi says, Ray, legally speaking, go fuck yourself. Come at me. Bad Vibe says, Ray heard. He does sound like a certain sheepdog we all know and loathe. Bad Vibe says, oof, in Pennsylvania? Oh, he was going to get bent. Austin Heartless says, I figured out how he became an expert chess player. He just complained about every move the other person made until they forfeited. Oh, no. Bad Vibe says, pickup artist. Does he have picking cans down as an art? Oh, damn. Damn. Here we go. Parker fabricated supposed facts about movements that he knew were false or that he had no reasonable basis to think were true, including, among other things, allegations asserting that Movement Sofield used aliases and that he had an interest in pickup artists and websites frequented by those who did have such an interest. Nonetheless, Parker all but admitted he has no evidence of who, if anyone, offered to sell his copyrighted ebook, Outfoxing the Foxes, using the email address loki.net@gmail.com. Oh, you know who it was. Have you ever even read Loki, mate? Have you even read Loki, mate? Oh, no. No. Carl, no. Parker, fearing an early demise to his case from Rule 12 motions to dismiss, pled false scenarios in an effort to give undeserved vitality to his case in the hopes of forcing movements to litigate until discovery was completed and they ultimately could ask for summary judgment. As can be gleaned from the amended complaint in Parker's motion for expedited discovery, Parker actually had no proof of even a single fact reasonably suggesting the two movements committed any wrongdoing. Parker's discovery motion leaves no doubt that Parker knew movements had not engaged in the wild schemes and behavior that Parker alleged, and his allegations and innuendo in the complaint concerning movements were likely the product of willful and malicious fraud on the court by Parker to keep the case from being dismissed. Ray, the problem with being crazy is that you don't know how sane people act. So you assume that that sane people are crazy, but they're not. That's why crazy people lies aren't believed by sane people. Because there's a real disconnect in how these things work out. Like, no one would want to pirate your pickup artist book. Nobody on earth wants to do that. They would probably lose money pirating your book and trying to sell it on eBay or whatever. So why would they take the risk? It doesn't make sense. You're not famous. Your writing probably isn't good. And nobody on earth who has ever seen you would believe you're a pickup artist. Parker himself exposed his scheme to prop up the complaint with false allegations as seen in his motion for expedited discovery, where he admits his lack of knowledge of the identity of the individuals who allegedly resold Outfoxing the Foxes. Parker's discovery motion proves that when he filed his complaints, Parker had no valid reason to accuse movements. Violated Rule 11 in an intentional and cynical effort to avoid dismissal of his complaints. via Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 12, since the statutory immunity would become a contested issue if the court accepted as plausible the allegations that Sofield had hidden behind the false identities and committed the intentional acts of conspiring and scheming to steal Parker's copyrighted book, as Parker alleged. Parker's allegations were, on their face, false, ludicrous, and implausible. It would have been easily proven as false by any reasonable investigation. Blah, 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 blah. It goes on. This is pages of them just blasting how ridiculous this guy is. Look at this. Doesn't this sound familiar? Here's an excerpt that he wrote on sleuthate.com. Sleuthate. No, they actually have sleuthate. What is sleuthate? SLUTE. Sleuthate.com. Is this? Oh, it's down. No. Is there any information about sleuthate on Google? Oh, there's a wiki. There's a Kiwi Farms. There's a Kiwi Farms for sleuthate. I now have a new thing to read up on. I now have a new hobby. I'm going to read up on sleuthate now that I know it exists. Here's what he wrote on sleuthate.com. On Tuesday, I'll be suing the pickup artist cartel for similar defamation, but this is done in furtherance of a RICO conspiracy. Obviously, this site doesn't mind giving up the names of the people who own and run it. They will be defendants now, and one very simple subpoena gets me the name of the poster as well. This isn't difficult since I'm already filing the suit. It's just a matter of adding one defendant. The thing about conspiracy law is this: even one act in furtherance of the conspiracy makes the actor responsible for the entire conspiracy, which in this case includes criminal copyright infringement, 5 years in Club Fed, money laundering, 20 years in Club Fed, and a host of other crimes that will be outlined in the complaint. Oh boy, Ray. Starting to look familiar. Are you having flashbacks to those Rule 11 motions yet? All right. Then at 12:25 a.m. So having people threaten me on my channel isn't a good idea. I didn't do that. But okay. Now you're truly fucked. I'm going to the police tomorrow about you. Harassing a litigant is punishable by 10 years in federal prison. You gotta stop. Oh, your wife is behind this? Yeah. Sure. That's what's happened. My wife is behind this. What do you mean? Where are you getting this stuff, you weirdo? A RICO suit can net all of you, chat. He just told me. He just said. Oh, why? Why is my wife behind this? Is she conspiring? Et tu, Brute? Doesn't matter anyway. You wanted media attention. You're gonna get it. Every post from your goons is sitting in my message queue. Your discords are easy enough to record and people pay to get in so they can be discovered. It's backdoor, off the record, UPL. I have more fans than you and they aren't aspy sickos who are manipulated. Silence is smart. Harassing me as the way you just did is not. They even dropped your name. I'll be seeking a restraining order. Where is it? Also, tortious interference to swarm my page with dislikes. Who did that? You do know very wealthy people hire people like me to teach chess to their prodigies. I don't know that, and I certainly don't believe it. I was a math prodigy. Why'd you only had a 700 on your math SAT? You're not a math prodigy. Isn't the top score 750? Or 800? $800, yeah. I was gonna say, like, that's not a math prodigy. Now you're better at math than your average lawyer, because, I mean, dead people are better at math than the average lawyer, but you don't need money when you can stay anywhere in the world and your fans buy you what you need. Oh, there we go. That's Ray gets to stay everywhere. I'm guessing he's talking about him and not me, because you guys don't buy me, like, rooms, I don't think. I wouldn't ask you to. That'd be silly. I just pay for my own stuff. Chess is my wealth. Oh, oh God. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to make it through this conversation. Chess is my wealth. I may have just tweeted that. I might have. Oh God. Be thankful all I'm doing is calling the cops on you. You deserve so much worse. There's that problematic language we were talking about earlier, Ray. This is the stuff. You got to eliminate this stuff from your conversation. Like this starts to look like you're actually threatening actual violence or whatever. Razio, yes. Razlo. You're all in now. Harassment by communication is a felony. It's literally not. 50 against 1, so brave. Who are the 50? Or the other 49, I guess. Bad Vibe says, Nick, if I bought you a room, it would be padded and round. Chess is my wealth. So sorry your wife's going to watch her man ruin himself like this. Oh, man. Yeah. I can't imagine my wife, her levels of disappointment. We've never been through anything this rough before. Like, you know what? I stood by you through some shit. You had to go to law school. You worked at a bank. Oh, we went through college together and all of that degeneracy that lives in college. But this, you're now being sued by Gordon Roy Parker, and I cannot stand it. I'm going to have to watch this. Oh, watch you ruin yourself. Her fault for marrying a POS like you. I've told her this so many times. That's not new. Now you have motive if anyone does anything to me at any time. You can't manufacture my motive. Ray, your death would be a tragedy to me right now. That's the price you pay for what you did. Aspies are great at admitting their crimes. They think they're playing a video game. Wait, am I an Aspie? Or you? Who's the Aspie? And now they're spilling right onto my channel and into my email. Oh, no, it's the chat, I guess, is the Aspies. Thank God. Keep shining that light on your gang. Keep leaving more and more of a digital paper trail. It's not a digital paper trail, just be a digital trail. Like, there's no digitized paper. It's just digital. Who was Gotti's lawyer again? I don't know. Let's see. What is it? I got John Gotti on the phone. Tangled in the Zone, I got the bees on the track. That's my John Gotti reference. It was written by the American Scholar Laureate Fred Durst. Forget if he wound up in jail. You're a co-conspirator, not a lawyer. No, I am a lawyer. If I were a co-conspirator, I would be a co-conspirator and a lawyer. That would be both of them. They would both be true. Wow, you really harassed me good in there. How? How did I harass you good? Someone just told me not to kill myself and dropped your name. With that harassment. Please put that in the filing. They harassed me by telling me not to kill myself. Chat, I'm gonna harass this shit out of you. Please don't kill yourself. And also, thank you for not killing yourself. I'm going to file a police report and for a restraining order against you. That will include third parties. Now the Aspies will show just how many people are in your gang. They can't shut up. To them, this isn't real. You're just a character in a video game. Quite disposable. Yeah. Yup. That's actually accurate. Very disposable. As a lawyer to do what you did? Wow. Not running from you guys anymore. Running at you. I'm pretty sure. Ray, I've seen your picture. If you're running at me, I figure you got about 5-6 strides before you need a break. Legally speaking. Gonna show the world how sick your fans are and how you manipulate them. What I didn't even do anything. Oh, God. Yeah, self-defense. He's coming right for us. He's coming right for us. One day you'll find out who my friends are. See, there it is again. There's this thing that you do that starts to sound like a real colorable threat. Matt Field says, I don't know what's stupider, threatening you online than telling you that threatening people online is a felony, or not realizing his nonsense is making you thousands of dollars in 2 nights. Thanks, Ray, you idiot. I can handle myself, which is why you don't know now. What? Your wife is such human shit. See, listen to the rudeness. Listen to this guy. He's so mean. Hope she likes the publicity you're dragging her into. One word from her and you'd stop this shit. Sounds like she is the source now. Woman scorned, I called her human shit. This is the thing, Ray, you don't get to, like, determine what makes people motivated to do something to you. Like, I don't get to go, hey, Ray, you suck. And be like, haha, now you've got motive. If I fall over, now they know it was you who pushed me. This is not how this works. Hey guys, why does Ray Parker get into relationships with women? Because he can't beat them in chess. Wow. That was a spicy joke. Sorry. That's women for you. They think anything is justified if you merely insult them. Her name goes on the police report, by the way, and the lawsuit. Both of you, really. Married, you'd be one person anyway. Okay, you walk with that theory, I guess. One day she'll turn on you when she no longer needs you if she's like most women. MGTOW and all that. Oh no! He's been studying Drexology. Oh, definitely not worth what you're doing. all famous people like me get stung by randos like you. Ray, I didn't even remember that you existed. And before you messaged me the first time, I didn't even know you existed. What is this? What chess piece would Ray be? He'd be the receptacle where all the pawns go. That's that. The cops aren't worried about me, but they'll wonder who you'll do this to next. Oh, no. No. I'm editing another free chess book because unlike you, I offer actual value, not bashing people. Why? Why would you give a free book? Just charge people like $1 or whatever. Really fucking... Oh, wait. Inciting people to threaten me? Wow, that's going to land you in deep shit. Really fucking deep shit. Be careful who you pick on, ass wipe. I went to you, man. To man. You went to the world like a little baby. Oh, no, Ray, you miscalculated this. I'm not complaining about you in the slightest. You could wind up liable for any number of third-party crimes now. RICO is tough to prove. That's an understatement. But civil conspiracy, the state equivalent, is definitely not. Civil conspiracy is not the state equivalent of RICO. Oh, God. Civil conspiracy is a common law concept that predates RICO by several centuries. It predates America. Oh. We already have tortious interference. The dislike swarm. How did they interfere with your prospective contracts? What did the dislike swarm do to interfere with an existing provable contract? Right, you realize the problem with this is you'd have to prove that anyone has contracted with you ever. And if you don't know, dislike metrics function similarly to like metrics on YouTube. So those dislikes actually probably boosted your channel's performance in YouTube's search and discovery. So just so you're aware of how search and discovery works, interaction, whether it's likes, dislikes, or comments, all weight differently, but they all weight positively for the channel. Can't be tortious interference if the damage is better performance. He gained 100 subs because of me? Oh no. Gonna be hard to show damages there. Oh God. Stacy Dealman says, all celebrities like him? Is that why Monica decided to give him to Ron instead of marrying Ron herself? Yes. Bad Vibe says, hey, Ray, go listen to Johnny Mandel's most famous song, Enjoy. What's that? Riley A says, watching you make money off this is cathartic. Something is right in the universe. Watching you versus Ray is like watching Mike Tyson versus an infant with hydrocephalus. Oh, my God. Coming to you. Coming at you. Put your hands up, baby. Jason McConnell says, it's true. Nick manipulates me like an Asian masseuse. My hog is positively tingling. You a happy middle or a happy ending? The dislike swarm, bad reviews, etc. I don't think anybody's giving you bad reviews. Like, that would take a lot of time to write up a bad review about you. Why would anybody do that? I'm in touch with therapists over being suicidal for being publicly harassed by a lawyer. You are not. The show was still happening when you wrote that. And it's the middle of the night. That can't be true. Funny, my fans don't seem to want me feeling that way. What? They don't want you suicidal? I don't want you suicidal, you weirdo. You big strange boy. Many don't share your opinion of me at all. Good. Have you sent them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Instagram messages of increasing lunacy? I'm not sure we've got a fair comparison. Bad Vibe says Minecrafting is painless. Replaced with less super chat friendly term. Your intent has been to try to get me to kill myself. What good would that do me? Ray, that's a terrible business proposition for me. That's obvious. Of course you won't admit it. How would that be obvious? All of the evidence points to you being alive being better for me. The Aspies you give illegal legal advice to do, however, they brag about it, how easily triggered I am. Actually, I think I'll approve the messages and explain why I'm suicidal and seeking the help you all say I need. Then give a full explanation of all the internet lies. Then vanish. And just like that, he's gone. They're dropping your name all over this. I mean, I have no fans or friends. Let's prove that. Why? I went to grade school with Cynthia Nixon. She sat 3 feet from me. No, Ray, I like laughing at you. I don't like feeling bad about it. You have to stop. You have to stop this part right now. This is not okay. This is bad. Not close with her now. Heck, I spent the entire summer of 1982 playing phone pranks with the real young Sheldon, Steve Molaro. I drop names of those I don't talk to anymore. You can ponder who I do talk to. Oh, I can certainly ponder who you do talk to. I can ponder that. That's true. Watch out for those invisible hands. See, there it is again. There's those weird threats, Ray. You've got to stop, man. You've got to stop. Because, like, especially if the police were to show up at my door and ask about what was going on, I would just print off stuff like this. Like, yeah, I stopped talking to this guy, and he responded to me for the next 7 hours with threats. I'm like, holy Christ, this guy is crazy. Yeah, I know. It's weird, right? That would be the conversation. Rodney Dangerfield used to hit on my mother in the elevator. I can't disgrace Rodney with an impression. I can't do it. I can't do that. Did she give him any respect? That's the question. My mom was 20 times prettier than that shit wife of yours. Jeez. And put me through private school with New York City's largest typing service after Dad died, leaving us nothing. Okay. What happened to the good schooling then? Your Discord was a clear ethics violation since you represent the opposing party. What party? I still don't know which one. Bad Vibe says, once more for those hiding in DMs, Minecrafting is Painless by Johnny Mandel, a.k.a. MASH theme with lyrics. Oh, okay. Sen of the End says, help, Nick grifted me for $20 and I like it. Oh, yeah. You know you like it. You know you want it. I should file in your home district. Well, I mean, that would probably be reasonable. If you filed anywhere outside of my home district, they wouldn't have jurisdiction. Let the judges there know about you. Okay. Ray. They already do. Do you know why I play chess and trade stock options? Cancel proof. Oh. And yes, your Discord and the resulting harassment caused me to have suicidal ideation and seek help. Axis 4, external stressors. There's a difference between being crazy and being gaslit. I mean, I guess. You do not deserve a law license. It needs to be taken away from you. I also think suicide is a fundamental right and could sue for it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if that was the case? First, he sues for the right to suicide, and they're like, but why? And he's like, because of Nick Rekieta. And then sues me for the suicide that he earned the right to get? That's amazing. That would be the best movie ever. With all that internet hate as supporting evidence, breach of the social contract. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. I could file for change of name with that as evidence too. Do it. That's what I said earlier. Just file for a change of name. That's what women do, right? That's what you said. Just use multiple last names. How do you get that dismissed? Why would I get your name change dismissed? Why on earth would I do that? Like I'm going to come in and oppose it? No. You keep this guy as Gordon Roy Parker. That's what I need. I need it to happen. I definitely have a say in this. You wanted a pissing contest? Nope. Now you have one. Okay. I mean, I didn't ask for it, but I'll take it. Like, I'm fine with that, I guess. One you and your people started. What do you mean, your people? Harass me again. It'll be the biggest mistake you ever make in your life. Bye. Then I got done with the stream yesterday. Did you get kicked from the Bay Area Renaissance Fest? I had to ask that. Someone in the stream said, ask Ray if he got kicked from the Bay Area Renaissance Fest. So that's the first time I responded. That all of that was without a response. I hope you noticed that. Okay? You're quite screwed now. Kiss your law license goodbye. Okay, I think this was still during the show, because I think we went a little long last night. Kiss your law license goodbye. You touched the third rail. Nothing I can do to stop it now. I tried. Now I just pity your future. You'll see soon enough. You solved a lot of mysteries for me just the right time. The main one being how the money was laundered. You're in for a nightmare. Enjoy, stupid drunk. Just a stupid drunk. Your wife married a stupid drunk. Michael Palmer, I do realize he's in the chat. I offered to bring him on, but he didn't want to come on. He said real brave 1,000 to 1 or whatever. All right. You think your group can just try to destroy people and no one is equipped to fight back? No. That's a weird thing to think. It's pointless to talk to you. Reality will be clear soon enough. Bad Vibe says in Rodney Dangerfield voice, you need help. And I thought I got no respect. Sheesh. Poof. When someone lies about you, just act in a way no one would ever believe them. Okay. But people believe the things about you, Ray. Murnum 007 says, Ray, stop it. Get some help. Let's see. You fucked up so bad. Yeah, you're quite man to man. I think he means quiet. Man to man, but a loudmouth little bitch in public. I mean, I've already told you, if we were sitting across from each other, Ray, I would tell you the same thing. Interestingly, I said the same things in our DMs when it was just us, too. Like that wasn't in public yet. That was man to man. You said you came to me man to man. So that must have been man to man. Logically, it has to have been. quiet. 75 against 1. How fucking Burvey. It was 50 a minute ago. Is it 75 now? How many is it? So I get to bring my own 74? Yes. Bring as many as you want. Where are we going? What are we doing? I don't understand what's happening. Let's make it fair. All your fans against all mine. Yeah! This sounds like West Side Story. Are we doing a real fight or a musical? Like, is that what we're doing here? You're a fucking criminal. You will inevitably wind up in prison. Either by my hand or someone else's, but that is your future. They know you'll flip. You're too weak not to. Oh, I'll flip. All they have to do to get me to flip, Ray, is just send the right super chat and I'll spill. I'll spill my guts. I will flip for chats. You are a huge threat to some extremely evil people. Like, this is a real compliment. Who am I a threat to? I don't know, like, why would extremely evil people be threatened by me? I'm just a guy on the internet. Stooge Muffin Stuffin'. My wallet. Stooge Muffin Stuffin' says, fun fact, the theme for MASH was written as a joke. It was originally played in the MASH movie before it was a series, when one of the characters was suicidal over something petty, and the other characters sang it to mock him. Aw. Oh, God. I won't have to lift a finger. You lay down with dogs who are about to become rabid. Good luck. Okay. Who are the rabid dogs? Like, I want to know who I'm in with, because I feel like I could charge them more than the nothing I'm getting right now. Like, these are powerful people that probably means they're wealthy. This is a new grifting avenue for me. Jason McConnell says, I once banged a gal in the Minnesota Renfest. Backdoor only. Apparently that was Vogue in 1650. Shrug, when in Rome. That said, I've been to Rome. No butt play, so I'm just confused. No, that sounds like Renfest, actually. Yep. That sounds exactly like Renfest. Good luck. The EEOC opens at 9, as do the state and local equivalents. That's my podium. All that defamation was designed to blackball me from law office work. Oh, Ray, you shouldn't be employed by any law office, but it has nothing to do with any defamation. I mean, your legal analysis alone, like that is enough. That's enough to keep you out of any law office ever. Oh. God, these copy pasta the lines, guys. Several lawyers you know very well are about to be sued simultaneously after the EEOC gets done with them. Oh, you're screwed, Ty. You're done, buddy. Peacock, toast. Robert Barnes. I type 100 words per minute, and my mother owned the largest typing service in New York City. We delivered the manuscript for The Princess Bride to Bill Goldman personally. You can't stop me. Joseph Kerwin says, it was a good run, but he's caught us, Nick. Dude probably even knows about the woman behind the Arby's in 98. Oh, no. Jimmy Walters, yes, 100 words per minute is actually not very fast typing. It's like mildly above average, I think. Or like around where you need to be for general clerical work. Bad Vibe says, Nick, what do you know about the man on the grassy knoll who shot JR? How many licks does it take to get the center of Tootsie Pop? and how they cram all that gram into golden grams. Look, these secrets are protected by powerful people, more powerful than you could imagine, bad vibes, and I will take them to my grave, even if it's an early one. Senna the End says, time to flip, Nicky boy. You're really a fan of Karn, aren't you? You can lie to the chat, and you said you would flip for Super Chat. Look, I do like Karn. I'd simp for Karn. We transcribed the John Lennon Playboy interview, and I personally delivered it to Playboy. Yet I'm not qualified to work in an office? No, you've only shown that you've been qualified to be a delivery boy, apparently. Good luck with that. The real question is, what is at stake for so much risk to be taken to keep me from a $20 an hour job? I don't know. That's the real mystery, isn't it, Ray? That's what you have to answer. You have to answer, what is at stake? That these powerful people would be wanting to keep you away. Like, let me do one of those PSAs like Family Guy. Okay, fellas. We have a lot of fun here, but we need to talk about schizophrenia and psychosis. Right? Like, we need to have a real talk about this, because Ray, this paranoid delusion of yours is not healthy. That's not healthy at all. You need to get real help, like legitimately. No jokes, nothing else. Get help. Get help. Back to the jokes though. Back to the jokes. Your Discord was fighting words. My Discord? You picked a fight with me. Say that shit to my face, motherfucker! You've got quite the fucking mouth! I am after much bigger fish than you. Immediately. Whew. This guy is a serious roller coaster. Like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Then we've got the morning. Now this was still at 4. Like, he started sending these messages at 4 a.m. Ray, get some sleep. It's 8. Drafting a complaint for the Minnesota AG and Bar Association. I'm not a member of the Minnesota Bar Association, buddy. Yeah, please get me in contact with Keith Ellison. I've got some words for that fucking piece of shit. Oh, that would be a dream come true. If Ray could make Keith Ellison and I talk, we would have some things to talk about. Oh, God. And since you're someone's lawyer, I can file in your district. I'm someone's lawyer. Since they meet the minimum contacts threshold. You don't need, if it's my district, you don't need a minimum contacts threshold. That makes it very convenient for your local law enforcement should the need arise. So odd that you're in the same state as another of my haters. It is odd. What's up with Minnesota and you, Ray? What's the drama there? Oh, God. Axis Fiber says Ricada Law, wasting time feeding an ancient troll instead of debating John Michael Kelly. No. Unleashing followers on someone is considered cyber stalking, by the way. To be a lawyer and do that? Sick. You guys are still leashed. I didn't even unleash you. How'd you get off the leash? Taking money via super Discord chats for indirect legal advice is against bar ethics. It's literally not, but I don't do that. Also, you represent someone I'm suing and you harassed me. I didn't harass you, and I don't know who you're suing. Maybe you'll win in court, but I doubt it. Won't matter, and you can enjoy my silence now. Hashtag blocked. Woo, that was the end of it, right? Okay, wrong. Not hashtag blocked at all. There was no blocked. That was a lie too, Ray. Solon the Lich, I'm not even debating him. I've had two statements separated by, what, 2 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.? 9 hours. 9 hours apart. So that was at 11:30, right? So then he held off until almost 8 p.m. Just saw your video, didn't realize you like prisons. Just saw it. Ray, you were watching the last one. I filed my first employment complaint today. 12 more are in the works. You are denying me access to the courts or attempting to under color of law. How? How have I done this? Have I restrained you? Have I prevented your access to the internet? You clearly have plenty of it. I used my elite hacking skills to hack in to Pacer and disable his account. Oh, wait, Ray's in the chat again. I can make money off chess while you grift off these people. Get a life. I'm pressing X to doubt on you making money off of chess. Wait, aren't you on SSDI? Isn't there an income limit on that? It's really low. I think. Let's see. And your remarks about my chess trade are trade libel. No, you're bad at chess, Ray. You're fucking bad at chess. Terrible at chess. I 100% believe that you are awful at chess. And anyone who hires you, I mean, I know no one does, but anyone who hires you to teach them chess, that is a bad business investment. That is a bad personal investment. That's awful. Like, if I had hired someone online to teach me chess and I found out it was you, I would fire you immediately. And I would sue you for breach of the social contract. Bad Vibe says, wait, he pays $5 to be insulted? No, he's not in the Discord. He just doesn't understand what the Discord is. Jesse N says, this wacko is projecting. Yes. E1337 Neo says, careful, Nick. You keep this up and Ray might just try to report you to Homeland Security. Not unlike a certain someone's personal effing fiance we know of. Ugh. Sharon Young says, when you are on SSDI, you have to report any W-2 earnings. They do have something called Ticket to Work that allows you to keep partial benefits while working in a limited fashion. Well, there you go. I wonder if he's reporting his earnings. But, I mean, I don't really care. I just don't believe him. Okay, let's see. I'll be filing both a criminal complaint and agency complaints in Minnesota. Okay. This is retaliation for my whistleblowing against child sex abuse and sexual harassment. Why would I retaliate against you for that? That doesn't make any sense. First of all, I didn't even know that you did any of this. I don't actually believe that you did, but assuming arguendo that you did, I didn't know that you did. I also don't care that you did. So I wouldn't retaliate against you. I have no motive to do that. Very silly. Secularis says, Gina Janitor, we have a no spam rule. So you can say it, just say it one time or whatever. I think you said he looks like Chris Watts or something. Secularis says, I type 100 words per minute. My mother owned the largest cloister in service to the Adeptus Administratum. We delivered the manuscript for the Grey Knights Codex to Matt Ward personally, yet I'm not qualified to be a servitor? Oh, damn. Let's see. Sarbanes-Oxley allows for 10 years in prison for retaliating against someone who's reported a federal crime to law enforcement. It's also a predicate RICO Act. Yes. Sarbanes-Oxley. That's definitely going to apply to me. Why didn't you mention the anger case? I did mention the anger case. I read every single thing you sent me which mentioned the anger case. My lawyer, Michelle M. Betty, is a former JAG. Good luck harassing her. I'm not going to waste her time on this one. Any lawyer can win. First of all, I don't believe she's your lawyer. Second of all, Why would I harass her? I don't even know her. Very silly. I don't know anger or whatever either. I don't care if you sue him. I just know that you're not going to get any money out of him. I'm going to be seeking a restraining order against you promptly. You also violated copyright. I did not. I actually didn't play your videos because I knew you would be so stupid as to actually say that. But I didn't violate your copyright. I'm now strongly considering suicide because of your video and am seeking help. I would rather you had not done what you did, but there is no prior restraint. I mean, you've been trying to prior restrain me this entire time. That's the point of your cease and desist. A cease and desist is inherently a prior restraint, you dummy. Ray. A cease and desist means to cease what you're doing and desist from doing it again, which is a prior restraint on future speech. It's literally what you told me you were doing this entire time. If I do wind up killing myself, congratulations. That's not a prize I want to win, you weirdo. You're also a celebrity stalker. Police know you're a risk to many others, not just me. I mean, if you qualify as a celebrity, and I am simultaneously a celebrity stalker by stalking someone of your status, oh my God, the whole world's at risk. 4 hours? Your own state has precedent set by a woman. For what you did, you probably picked the worst state in the world to live in. And yet, here I am. No one has ever thought that what I did was despicable before you. You did throw yellow paint on about 20,000 sickos who have been doing this to others. The media will definitely cover this at some point. I'm sure they will. They did, actually. Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know that I'm the lawyer who organized a hate campaign. It was circulated to literally every law office in my state. I wear it with the biggest badge of pride. My law school classmates were sending me pictures of the article. They're like, what the hell? I had a great story. We had nice drinks over it. It was wonderful. You're just a stupid drunk. Couldn't handle losing an argument, so call me a liar on chess and other things. No, you're a liar because you're a liar. What argument are we even having? There wasn't an argument. Now I have 10 more employment cases to move on, mostly against lawyers. Look up the feudal gesture doctrine. I don't have to apply to work for them. Wait. I don't want to get rid of sloot hate. I need to research that. Why do you hate sloots? I love sloots. The court held that employee need not engage in the futile gesture of requesting accommodation just to have his or her request denied. They still have to be employees, Ray. Okay, so the feudal gesture doctrine is a Disability Act provision. And basically, if it's clear that a workplace is not going to accommodate a disability in violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act, they don't have an a priori requirement for the person to have requested relief. Okay, so like, for example, someone in a wheelchair doesn't have to request a handicap ramp to have access to the building. They still have to already be an employee for this to matter. Punk Panther, can we get a quick summary of who this dude is and what his beef is? This dude is a guy who lies about how good he is at chess. I don't know why. I don't really care, but that's his bag, baby. So he does that. He reached out to me, accusing me of representing quote unquote them, and said that he was going to sue me and come after me and a whole bunch of stuff because I represent them. I don't actually know who them is because he has never ever told me who them is. Nor has he ever asked if I represent them. This is a guy who I didn't know existed and barely remember exists from a day-to-day basis, screaming at me in DMs because them allegedly told him that I was their lawyer. But again, I don't know who them are, and he's never asked if I am their lawyer. He just started his retard crusade. That's, you know, as much as me. And for the past 2 days now, he has been just going off. Queen. Yes, queen. Slaying it. In my DMs on Instagram. There's your summary. Other than that, everything I know about him, I learned from Google searching for 30 seconds. I didn't spend an hour building a dossier on him because it didn't take that long. Bad Vibe says, I wonder if Ray has been denied a job cleaning the side of the highway. I mean, I would be concerned he would run into traffic and not wear safety equipment. E1337 Neo says, didn't Easy Peasy jokingly tell him you're his lawyer? That's what Easy Peasy said on Twitter today, but I don't actually know if Ray is referring to Easy Peasy. I don't actually know that because he's never actually asked and given me a name. He just accused me of a whole bunch of shit because Ray is fucking stupid. That's it. He's a dumbass. Like, he needs Red Foreman in his life. You're a dumbass. That's it. That's what someone needs to tell him. Apparently his mom didn't tell him that he was a dumbass, which his mom sounds like a really nice lady who worked really hard. But she didn't say dumbass enough. Somebody needs it. Wait, now we get back to this. Retaliation need not be a job action. Burlington Northern versus White. You have to still have an employment relationship in Burlington Northern, you fucking dumb. Still, to have an employment claim, there has to be at least the potential of an employment relationship. It has to be related to employment. Fucking necessarily to be an employment claim. If you went to a court with an employment law case, and I went and said, I've never even seen this person, much less offered them employment, much less hired them, much less been in any contract with them ever, it would be dismissed immediately because there is no employment claim if there's no potential for an employment relationship. That's still a predicate to employment law. Thank Christ. Otherwise, every woman you've never hired because you've never hired anybody could sue you for sexual discrimination, which is dumb, Ray. That would be stupid. You didn't hire this woman. Well, one, I haven't hired anybody ever, and I don't, she didn't apply. Too bad. Burlington Northern versus White says, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. All right. The blatant attempt to try to get me to kill myself falls under cyberstalking. Never have I tried to get you to kill yourself. You're a weirdo who has threatened to kill himself a whole bunch. That is you trying to use an emotional plea to me. I just don't buy it. I don't care if you kill yourself. I don't want you to, but if you did, I literally wouldn't know. No one would call me and tell me. It would serve no purpose to me. It apparently would actually be detrimental to my income. If I kill myself, you will go to jail. I won't. I won't. Don't kill yourself, but I won't. They've already locked up people for that. I mean, there was that one girl, and she worked really hard to get locked up on that by being an awful, evil chick. But most people don't get locked up for that. In fact, almost no one does. Nothing I said to you is a threat except a threat to enforce my rights or refute your lies. I mean, lots of stuff you said could be construed as a good day. And then another message. My late mother raised 3 millionaires after their parents died in a plane crash and was the matriarch of our family. I'm not the only one offended by attacks on her. I didn't attack your mom. I don't even know who your mom is, you weirdo. You keep bringing her up. You keep exhuming her dead body. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. Also, she didn't raise 4 millionaires, though. And we're back. Florida has a criminal libel statute. I'm not in Florida. Punishable by 2 years. Not sure. I think it's 836.17. Okay. I'm not in Florida. Are you in Florida? I heard you were in Philadelphia. Trying to get someone to commit suicide is a crime in many states now, too. Not really. You're betting your freedom and every cent you are worth on an internet argument with a nobody? That makes sense? I didn't initiate this conversation. I didn't do it. You did. You weirdo. Second complaint filed now, number 3 comes. You're harassing a whistleblower. Again, it's hard to show harassment from me. Pretty easy to show it from you to protect lawyers who sexually harass women. Well, one, I don't want to protect lawyers. I think lawyers are awful people. Terrible. The worst people on earth. I've said it 1,000,000 times on this show. Lawyers are bad. Bad people. Don't like them. Don't want to talk to them. Don't deal with them. You have ties to child sex traffickers. I don't. Not that I know of. This is a weird delusional fantasy that you have. One of my past haters served 7.5 years for child porn. He had the spotlight like you for a brief moment. Okay. Thank God I don't have child porn. And never have. And never would. But that's fine. In fact, a disproportionate number of pedos think I'm a legit target. Do they think you're a kid? That's weird. That's weird because I saw you. You're old as shit. It's a weird statement. Zacharias Galicchio. I didn't start this, but I sure as hell am going to monetize it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Just pray I don't kill myself for your own sake. It's not for my sake. If you die, my life will be unaffected. It's for your sake. I don't want you to die for your sake, you weird, weird person. I don't appreciate having to stop what I'm doing to call Sykes. Oh, Ray, I'm pretty sure you have to stop what you're doing to call Sykes all the time. Or file all kinds of police reports and lawsuits. This is a lie. You're a fucking liar, Ray. This is what you love. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove right now that Ray Gordon Roy Parker, loves filing lawsuits. This is easy to prove, by the way. Can you guys see this? This is Pacer. This is the public access to case records, federal case records. This is the Pacer page for just Gordon Roy Parker. How many federal lawsuits have you guys filed in your life? This is just federal. I have no idea how many state law claims he has filed anywhere. These are all individual lawsuits. Dating back 98. Looks like 98 is the year he went crazy. And then as recently as 2018, that was the one I brought up earlier versus PayPal, the one that he lost and was threatened with severe sanctions. Ray's addicted to this. So him saying, I don't like to file lawsuits, that's crazy talk. No one has ever forced this man to file frivolous lawsuits, and he files them constantly. The Pennsylvania Eastern District Court, like, whoo. Hey, that first one you filed, Ray, was your bankruptcy. That 1998 one was your bankruptcy court. So, anyway. You do appreciate it. This is what you do. It's what you like doing. It's a weird fetish. You should get rid of it. Again, get therapy. Trade libel will sink you. No, it won't. You're bad at chess. You're awful at chess. Fucking terrible at chess. Maybe the Minnesota AG will care. Maybe not. He won't. But I'm going to find out. Ray, you're not black. Keith Ellison doesn't care about you. That was easy enough. You're a white man. Keith Ellison is not coming to your rescue. If you're not a woman that he can beat, you're maybe even competition for Keith. All I can do is file the paperwork. After that, it's out of my hands. You do not have my permission to post my private communications. Oh, that's good. That's fine. I'm doing it anyway. That were intended as part of a litigation process. You have no right of privilege in these communications. I am not your attorney. I will post everything you send to me. I don't give a shit what you say about having privilege or permission or any of that shit. Welcome to Minnesota, pal. Lone Wolf Otaku says, I wonder how many chess pieces Ray's poor mother had to remove from Ray's nose. If he had a honker like yours, he could fit all the pieces up there. Bad Vibe says, Ray, have you hired Dr. Kevorkian yet? You were identified as opposing counsel. You still haven't even identified the matter that I'm allegedly opposing counsel in. Except you're a conspirator. So I'm not opposing counsel then, because now I'm a conspirator, which means if I'm not opposing counsel, then I have no duty to you, no even pretend duty to you, you weirdo. You can't keep your own legal theories straight. They're both wrong, but if the premise is that the communications are private because I'm opposing counsel, then you say I'm not opposing counsel, I'm a conspirator, then the communications can't be private. But they already can't. They already can't. But either way, under your logic, you're wrong, which is weird. Deadly Chibi says, Ray, get help, you're sick. Hey, Rackets, did you know Sony victimizes victims of fraud? They permanently banned me because someone hacked me and got $1,000 out of my PlayStation Network via Fortnite. Had over 14,000 in games and DLC. Asshole corpos. Jesus! One, that's a lot of Fortnite purchases, but two, oh wait, no, over 14,000 in games and DLC, not Fortnite stuff. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that's a lot, man. That sucks. That really sucks. Angry, I misread it. They stole his money through Fortnite. But he had 14,000 in games and DLC total, not 14,000 in games in Fortnite. Okay. Every inch of your life is going to be discovered. Oh man, my nose is going to take a long time for this one. Money, messages, phone records, nothing will be unturned. Every relevant inch, I mean. Well, I got some relevant inches for you, pal. Difference between you and me is people post to my channel begging me to have you put in jail or sued, and I don't even allow it up. No, they don't. They don't post that. Ray, come on. Screenshot it and send it to me. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Oh, God. Meanwhile, you broadcast to an army of 5,000 true sickos, mostly Aspies who think this is a video game. Okay. Your pawns have minds of their own. Doesn't that make them not pawns? Anyway, I now have to do the Bar Association and criminal complaint against you and the 1983 trade libel suit. Turns out I didn't fire Miss Betty either in the anger case as of now. Wait, does she know she's hired? Does she know she's hired? Court didn't let me. So here's the thing, Ray, if we take your scenario as true. Then what you've alleged is that you let your lawyer win a lawsuit for you, presumably on a contingency where they would get a third of whatever's recovered or whatever like that, something like that. You let your lawyer win the lawsuit, and then you tried to fire them before having to pay them. That's why the court doesn't let you do it. Probably. I don't know. But see, this case that he's talking about isn't one of his federal cases. That would be a state law case. I have no idea how many state law cases this crazy wacko has filed. Still have a lawyer for that one and $2.6 million default motion up in a month or two. If that's litigation failure, I'll take it. Ray, if someone who has $2.6 million has defaulted, do you think there's probably a reason? You're going to have to prove up that $2.6 million in damages, by the way. Like, the court's not just going to give it to you because you said it. You have to prove that amount. But do you think maybe there's a reason that the person defaulted? Does it seem like something a normal person would do? Or did you pick it? Are you doing elder abuse here, Ray? Because that guy's 93. Is he even conscious? Does he even know what's happening? Did you even serve him properly? These are good questions. She's former JAG. Oh, yeah, good, I guess. She'll get me enough money to deal with the others. Even if she doesn't, it won't matter. But she will, so why would you say that? That people thought they were your client says a lot. We need to know why they thought this. Were they given legal advice disguised as a podcast? Yes. This one. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm reaching out to you through the internet tonight on a podcast, and you know who this is too. Tonight we're going to talk about how to beat your wife in that upcoming divorce in Michigan, specifically. And we're going to take on a hypothetical scenario with 2 children, 1 bank account with exactly $14,017.36, an IRA, and a 401k who works for the Michigan Department of Health. And that is the hypothetical, completely unrelated scenario that I'm relaying to you tonight. How to beat your wife in court legally. You know who you are. What is this? You think I hired a former JAG by accident? At this point, yes. You guys have a nasty little habit of going after lawyers. Never gone after a lawyer ever. What a waste of time. Try fucking with mine. No, don't. Oh. Oh my God. No, don't. You're lucky Sidney Dickstein is 95 years old. Sidney Dickstein is dead. Died. He died a long time ago. Sidney Dickstein. Died in, what, 2014? $2012? It's 2012 that he died. It's not. And that Art Gallahan is dead. Dad was one of their first clients. Oh, yeah. I'm sure those guys would be really terrifying. Pierre Salinger was his best friend. Want to see a dinner party picture with my parents and Pierre? Yeah, post it, pussy. You'd rather be sued for libel than lose an internet debate. There's no debate. So sad, but what to expect from a stupid drunk. Obviously, you do not listen to reason, so on with the lawsuit. So sad. You're not the problem, though. Cloudflare is. Yeah, sue Cloudflare. Sue them. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. You're a minor problem relative to the backbones. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. There we have it. No, I didn't reply back. Whoo! That's what we have for Ray-versations. For now. For now. Reply with K. Cool story, bro. Here we go. Post the picture, or it didn't happen. There we go. That'll do it. Okay. All right. Bad Vibe says, Nick, you should do one of those fundraisers in jail for good. I spelled or wrong. Did I really? I don't deny it. Post a picture of it. Didn't happen. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm leaving it. Typos and all. He can use that as evidence against me. This man typoed me. He goes to prison forever. Okay. Let's get these, let's do these chats. And then we're going to go watch Life Force on Prime right after this. Carme. This was actually from the last stream, but it came in after I ended it. Oi, mate, you got a license for participating on that live stream. Night of Hope says, hey, Ray, you know why they won't let your little nieces and grandkids around you anymore, right? Right, Ray? Hey, Ray, why won't they do that, though? I wonder, Ray. I wonder why, lol. Night of Hope says, you fat pedo pussy, 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 pussy. Night of Hope says, this literally is the same mental disorder that Ron has. I mentioned that last night. Being a leftist and a Marxist is often a result of bitterment, derangement, or total detachment from reality. These people want power so they can attack their nightmares. Supermeat10 says this while staring intensely into the camera. Or say this while staring intently into the camera. Okay. The Christmas cream will not be forgotten, you stupid fucking tacos. Me meatiness will prevail. Tacos? Let's see. Next is Night of Hope says Ray is just angry because gay marriage got legalized 40 years too late for him to marry a dude and piss off his dad. Silky Johnson says, damn, Nick, here I thought you were just some boomer Jar Jar Binksing your way through YouTube. But apparently you're an evil money laundering genius. With grifting skills so good, even Pimp Nasty would tip his hat and call you a baller. Well played, yo. Night of Hope says, Ray is a retard, and because he can't imagine people smarter than him, he believes he lives in a universe where everyone is as retarded as him, which is like almost half right. Still not true about us, though. Lol. Dungeon Master says, you're my favorite video game character, Rackets. I like you even more than Cloud, Master Chief, and Sans combined. If this guy takes you to court, I'll make sure you have the invincibility cheat, and if that doesn't work, I'll reload an old save. Night of Hope says, whoever the other party is, I wish I was invited. This sounds like the best party ever. They have this guy rocking back and forth, clawing at the walls, out of his mind, eating cardboard like a horror movie victim at how much fun they're having that he's not. L. Wolf says, is this enough to flip? Yes. This is enough to flip. Night of Hope says, I can hear Ron beating off to Ray's diatribe from here. Holy shit. If the Astroglide guys listed their stock publicly, that would be flying through the roof right now. The amount of gel you'd need between that hand and Monica's cock approaches infinity. He also says, Ray, I'm guessing your mom was a fat whore. Oh, that seems mean. That's why you hate yourself and women so much. Just to guess. Speaking of someone, check Ron's mom. I think we're starting to see a pattern that can be explained by the data we're receiving from this. Woo! All right. On to these now. Bryce Johnson says, move from Alexandria, Minnesota to Seattle. Big downgrade. Here's a few for the don't move to the city fund. Oh, no. No, you made a critical error. Disaster says, or a mild case of retardation and missed the show. Mulfiard says, monetize the hell out of this beta. Go capitalism. Teleco Friedman says, no, he still has not disclosed who he thinks my client is. I still don't know. Austin Heartless says, my IQ is dumb high. It's a full-size 13 shoe. BG Willia 21207 says, wherever there is any doubt, there is no doubt. That's the first thing they teach you. Amateur Ant says, I'm wondering when the BSQ garbage is going to start a Reddit to help the hedge funds like the lying media with buying silver stocks. Bolting / welcome to paralegal status. Chicken Noble says, holy crap, Nick, I had you minimized because you're hard to look at, but I totally thought that was Trump. Wolfgang Deo says, had the person at Target say, stay safe out there, and my reaction was, what, do you know something I don't? Sure enough, a red light runner appeared. Damn. Glad you stayed safe. Hope you stayed safe anyway. Automata says, it's okay, Rackets. Chess isn't even real. That's the true right there. Oolashed1 says, here's $5, get some pepperoni to slice. Kidda says, I admit it. I did not pay for WinRAR after the free trial. I'm an internet criminal. Take me away, judge, lest I harm someone again. Wolfgang Deo says, salami lid won't fit. Twilight Dragon 3 says, I ship Ray and Greer. 200 watts. That's a paralegal team. That's a paralegal team that no one could contest. Ray Gordon says, I've never been to a Ren fair. Oh, yeah? Prove you weren't banned, bigot. 200 Watt Studio says, Flash. Ray Gordon is alive. The Gray One says, evening, Nick. Finally off my shift. Excellent show with Sargon earlier. Please take my shekels as payment for dealing with this stupidity. It's my pleasure. Archangel of Life says, real reason Ray is mad. His YouTube is 4,000 subs, started in April 2015. He has videos on why women suck at chess and how I made it to 4,000 on YouTube. Oh, no. Wolfgang Deo. Wolfgang Deo says, New York Times, a former newspaper. Opinion discarded says, I prefer the designation Spurg. We will call you a Spurg forever. Siren Jack says, shut up, biatch. I'm trying to use Nick. Amateur Ant says, if I had my third DUI and have a 5-year warrant because, well, F them, especially after this Banana Republic election, how could I get away with it in this Kung Flu NWO world? Serious question, lol. Oof. That's a tough one, man. It's going to depend on what state you're in. You'd have to email me for an answer to that because I typically don't give out actual legal advice on the show. Wolfgang Deo says, 40 years ago, I was told I would watch Gay Rorden harassing some lawyer named Cureta. Never believed the guy. Love you, Nick. Andrew Wilhelm says, wait, you mean we were supposed to be getting legal advice for these? No. Yes. Kalinka Pavlova says, take my internationally laundered pocket change so you can do all the nefarious things Ray says you do, I guess. Lol. Hey, thanks, Kalinka. How you doing? Wolfgang says, if you learn your lesson, please send me the tuition bill. Respect your teachers. Hashtag mic drop. Matthew L says, if this stream were monetized and Ray's view is counted towards that monetization, does that make him part of your evil cabal? Yes. Yes, it does. Funny Ginger, welcome to super lawyer status. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Bounty Hunter Network says, Ray just needs to stop saying he'll file a police report. It's just his card. He needs to put his thumb up and burn it to nothingness. Timothy Reaper says, Nick Rekieta, the dumb, drunk, cowardly, attention-whoring, power-tripping, cyberbullying, salami-slicing, blackface lawyer on the internet for the cyberstalker mafia who's bad at chess. Richard Dangler says, michaelwhites.com/bio. What is this dude's connection to Ray? I don't know. Bad Vibe says, hey, Ray, did you write School of Corrupted? If so, weird. What is all this stuff? Michael Weitz is the award-winning writer of the Ray Gordon mystery series. He's also written short stories, television commercials, and documentaries. He's an avid chess player and student of the game, and has an eclectic mix of other hobbies, including interests including bicycling, photography, pool, and astronomy. Michael lives in the Pacific Northwest with his wife and dog. Wait, what? So this is the guy writing these books? The Ray Gordon isn't like actually Ray Gordon? Did you steal the name Ray Gordon from Michael Weitz? Ray. Ken Jennings, yeah, we might need to talk about this soon. Ray, did you steal your persona from someone else? Oh, that's depressing. Why would you do that? People thought you wrote those books. I recommended those books on your behalf, but it wasn't even you. The Bounty Hunter Network says, Nick, he's coming for me. Another Nick because I said criticism of him. Try your luck, Ray, lol. Wolfgang says, my pickup artist advice, be a decent person, speak to others as if they're fellow people, be honest. If you want sex, say it. Enjoy the conversation. Hashtag mic drop. J-Bones, my Alfarius book is on the way. I, of course, had to eBay it, but it's on the way. Amateur Ant says, Ray is teaching me about Middle Eastern men and how to marry a 6-year-old, then get her at 9-year-old like Momo the Prophet in that sax cult. By the way, hold. Theodore Avdersex says, Ray beat his ex-wife with a chess piece. Lawsuit. Matt Pettigrew, thank you for the donation. Street XDSM says, this dude is Schizosperg Prime. Theodore Avdersex says, at Ray Gordon teaches chess, trades stock options for pictures of 7-year-old boys in swimsuits. Defamation lawsuit. Cyril Foxity says, stupid drunk, chess is my wealth. Jimmy the Hand says he thinks the super chats are money laundering. Wait until he learns about the GoFundMe. No, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Oh, no. Jason of the Great Awakening says, Real Brave 1001 sounds an awful lot like 17-0. Just saying. Dolomaticus says, Ray is literally hose mad. Frisky Django says, if Ray really wanted to make you mad, he should just ask if there's any updates on the Vic case. It's that simple. It's that simple. Angry Baneling says, so we doing this? I'll catch the next flight to Minnesota. ICF Dave here says, Ray is Q. The storm is coming. Oh, no. Gina Janitor, we have one rule in the chat. It's no spamming. So if you want to ask a question to me, just tag me or whatever. I might answer, I might not. But the reason you get timed out is because of spam. So Matt Pettigrew says, Ray's mother sounds like a hot piece. Anyone got pics for research purposes? Obviously. Joshua Vidrine says, this guy is clearly an agent of Sinch who got lost on his way to work, and we're all blind as he pulls on the strings, projecting it all on Nick. Yes. Yes. Brock M says, it sounds like someone created an anti-Rick AI and it only knows law words without context. Peter S says, play him at chess on the stream. That'd be great. Brian Ferrer says, I don't think he knows who them is. Me either. Me either. I don't think anyone got banned, Gina. People usually don't get banned from the channel. They just get a timeout for a couple minutes if they're spamming. Let's see. CJ says, must be Elliot and Ellen Page. They, them, nailed it. Serial Foxity says, them is the Nord. All hail Ranger Spencer. Perpetuous Augustus says, this is like clubbing a baby seal at this point. You've already mind broken him. His dignity is already dead. But yes, but there were more chats. We had to finish. S. Cybertaz says, buzzing in bed. Klingon named Drex. Brian Ferrer says, Ray is now threatening the chat. Phoenix Lord Asserman says, this dude keeps throwing out famous names he supposedly is friendly with. He's legit giving me Corinne flashbacks. Make it stop, Nick. Mods banned my alt account because I made a 109 joke. What's a 109 joke? Eugene Ford says, hi, Nick. A few days ago, my friend died from a hit and run, and I was the last person to see him. Went to his funeral Friday to get some kind of peace, but I don't think it would be the same without him. Oh, man, that sucks, Eugene. Sorry to hear that. Remember to focus on the good times you had with them. The good memories that you made. Wolfgang Deo says, if you go to prison, can I come with? Yes. Snuggle Struggle says he never answered your question about the Renaissance Fair. Just went on a tirade instead. You should definitely ask until he answers. Inquiring minds want to know. Bad Vibe says, Nick, look up Ray Gordon's School of Corruption. Do not show on screen. Read summary. Okay. Let's do this. Ray Gordon School of Corruption. No. These are not him. These can't be him. No, there's a different Ray Gordon who writes this. This is not him. I mean, he does type 100 words a minute, but all these books are like dirty books. There's no way this is the same guy. Let's see. Wolfgang Deo says, Sax Clut. So that's what Bill hung with Epstein. Why Bill hung with Epstein. Sex cult. Kermit the Frog says, Hey, I can vouch for Nick. He's totally not grifting and in no way does anything nefarious for the super chats. Now, as I am a total impartial third party, all I can say is give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now. Nerd W says in lemon voice, Ray, you're going about this all wrong. You've got to focus the GoFundMe. There we go. There we go. That is the show for tonight. Gina. Gina's going wild in the chat. Gina, no one actually gets banned here. And if they do, I actually unban them. So lots of people ask questions and get them answered. So you can stop your weirdo little spurging from now on. It's okay. You haven't even seen Rude yet, sweetie. Bad Vibe says, unfortunately, Bill didn't actually hang with Epstein when it counted. Oh, come on. All right, guys. There we go. That's the show for tonight. We're right at 2 a.m. Come over to Twitch. We're going to do a watch party of Life Force. Should be a gas. Should be a gas. Yeah, I figured Twisted Puppet. Thank you. We're going to play the outro. But yeah, come over to Twitch. We'll have a good time. Watch some quality 80s sci-fi. And then that'll be the show for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for making this a absolute riotous show. Yesterday, today, the Sargon show, all very, very great shows, and I'm super thankful. I hope you are enjoying them, and we'll have more stuff coming up. All right? Thanks a bunch, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace. Peace.
Oh, he drinks a fair bit, but you realize that it just helps get his noggin jogging along. With his glass by his side and his kids asleep tight, we'll hear some lost-plaining tonight. With his microphone muted, we'll laugh at this boomer until he explains it's all part of the plan. Watch his face become redder as he becomes meta, raging at idiots from Twitterland. From the white shores of Maine to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we have now. Oh, his lady is fair, and she handles herself with the grace of one who has borne many children. As the wife of a lawman, she makes sure that he has the time and the place to provide for them there. So pour out an Ardbeg, a Balmore, a Lafroig. The spirits flow as the ones who get unemployed. So pour out a glass for the teen post on Twitter as we hear lost-plaining tonight. From the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlivet, there's no one who explains the law better than Nick. So pour out a glass for the ones who have passed to make the law what we are now. Oh, the guests are all plentiful, from Doug T to Drexel. They bring their perspective and spice to the mix. But the reason we're here and the one that we cheer is the one who is showcasing us his career. the white shores of Nairn to the hills of Glenlea.